Good morning, America. For our viewers in the West, the final sprint for the White House is on. Vice President Harris making the case that voters are facing a choice between chaos and compassion as former President Trump ramps up his attacks against Harris, with just 15 days until the final votes.
Deadly helicopter crash overnight. 4 people killed, including a child, when it crashed into a radio tower, bringing it down in a Houston neighborhood.
Deadly flash flooding. 300 people rescued by New Mexico National Guard.
Sean Diddy Combs hit with a series of new civil lawsuits, including allegations of sexually assaulting at least 2 teenagers. One of them says she was 13 at the time, and certain celebrities were there watching.
The college admission scandal mastermind one-on-one. Rick Singer out of prison.
Do you fully believe, though, that that spot wasn't important to somebody else that really wanted to wear that jersey?
Doesn't matter.
What he's saying about the scheme and what he's doing now.
Highway horror. Watch this car closely, suddenly swerving and then intentionally backing up, slamming into a car on a busy highway.
Oh my God, what is he? This guy just reversed into me. What the hell is going on?
We hear from the driver who was hit and what the suspected insurance fraudsters did next.
ABC News exclusive, Apple's new game changer.
No one's been inside to see them until now. Let's go.
I'm taking you inside the secret lab, developing technology that can help tens of millions of people around the world.
And showtime on the world stage.
Los Angeles is alive and they're headed to the World Series.
The Dodgers knocking off the Mets, now set to face the New York Yankees in the World Series. And New York superfan Spike Lee and the electric arena locked in late.
The New York Liberty are WNBA champions.
I mean, really late, but I was there for it all. When the Liberty won it all for the first time ever in an epic overtime Game 5 with the Minnesota Lynx. Stewie, Sabrina, and the superb Saab Ali, Finals MVP JJ, and the entire championship-winning team are all celebrating with us live in Times Square.
Live in Times Square, this is Good Morning America.
Oh, what a night. What a night here in New York.
You made it, though.
Yes,
You made it.
The Liberty winning their first WNBA title, and boy, the place just erupted, Rebecca.
Yeah, it had to be so fun to be in that stadium with so many fans. I felt like Angel Reese a little bit. She was courtside in her split jersey. The Minnesota and the New York both represented there. I was a little torn last night as a native Minnesotan, but now I'm a New Yorker. By the way, Isabel, when she wakes up this morning, I can't wait to give her the final result. She had her Liberty jersey on.
But props to the Lynx.
Oh, it was amazing.
A terrific series.
Yeah, we saw you rushing the court, Robin. Good to see you this morning. People are going to need a nap today. There she is right there. Of course, the Empire State Building also lighting up for the hometown team.
And they're going to be here live later. But right now, we're going to begin, of course, with a race for the White House. Just 15 days until the final votes. Vice President Kamala Harris getting ready to hit 3 battleground states today. And she's hitting back hard at former President Trump as he steps up his attacks on her. Our chief White House correspondent, Mary Bruce, starts us off in Philadelphia. Good morning to you, Mary.
Hey, Robin, good morning. Well, you said it, just 15 days left to go now, and the Harris campaign is dialing everything up, doing more events, hitting more battlegrounds with more star power, and punching back even more against Donald Trump, now in almost real time.
Heading into the final sprint, Vice President Kamala Harris this morning arguing voters are facing a stark choice between chaos and compassion.
We face this question: what kind of country do we want to live in? A country of chaos, fear, and hate, or a country of freedom, compassion, and justice?
In battleground Georgia, Harris visiting 2 historically black churches as she tries to reach out to every key constituency.
I am very clear. I must earn the vote of everyone, regardless of their race or gender.
With just over 2 weeks to go, Harris shifting strategies, calling Trump out in near real time, overnight responding to his recent profane attacks against her.
It demeans the office And I have said, and I'm very clear about this, Donald Trump should never again stand behind the seal of the President of the United States. He has not earned the right.
Harris is upping her warnings about Trump, labeling him as unstable and unhinged, and seizing on reports that Trump is exhausted by the rigors of campaigning.
Have you noticed he tends to go off script and ramble? And generally, for the life of him, cannot finish a thought. And he has called it the weave.
She's also increasingly using Trump's own words against him in campaign ads and at her rallies, especially to highlight the issue of abortion. In Georgia, Harris welcoming the family of Amber Thurman, who blamed the state's strict abortion ban for her death, and accusing Trump of creating a healthcare crisis across the country, calling him cruel.
He even mocked Amber's family for sharing their story. Play the clip.
Amber Thurman's family have come out on a press call, and they're doing what's called a pre-buttal 2-hour town hall right now.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah? And I want to
get better ratings, I promise.
What we see continually from Donald Trump is exactly what that clip shows. He belittles their sorrow, making it about himself and his television ratings. It is cruel. And listen, I promised Amber's mother that we will always remember her story and speak her name, Amber Nicole Thurman.
Harris is now leaning into her star power, appearing this weekend with Stevie Wonder, Usher, and Lizzo. And this week, for the first time, she'll appear on the trail alongside the Obamas. Now, today, she is out hitting all 3 critical blue wall states, Pennsylvania, Michigan, Wisconsin, alongside Liz Cheney. Witt, the final sprint, it's on.
Yep, just a couple weeks ago, Mary Bruce, thank you. And former President Trump beginning his closing message on the campaign using vulgar language and new attacks against Vice President Harris. Rachel Scott is here with the latest on that. Rachel, good morning.
Hey, Whit, good morning to you. And Donald Trump has never really been a conventional candidate. He rarely sticks to a script, but his closing message in the critical battleground state of Pennsylvania is drawing attention this morning, not for what he said about his vision for the country, but because of his vulgar language and profane attacks. Over the weekend, Donald Trump barnstorming Pennsylvania for what his campaign said would be the start of his closing message to voters.
So if we win Pennsylvania, we win the whole damn thing, right?
But his rally in that must-win state took a lewd and vulgar turn. The former president opening his speech with a 12-minute diatribe about the late golf legend Arnold Palmer, who grew up in the town, and how other players reacted after seeing him in the shower.
I'm going to tell him the real story of Arnold. But Arnold Palmer was all man, and I say that in all due respect to women, and I love women. But this is a guy that was all man. This man was strong and tough, and I refuse to say it, but when he took showers with the other pros, they came out of there, they said, oh my God. That's unbelievable. I had to say it. We have women that are highly sophisticated here.
When Trump eventually turned to his rival, he used profanity to attack Vice President Kamala Harris.
So you have to tell Kamala Harris that you've had enough, that you just can't take it anymore. We can't stand you. You're a vice president. The worst.
Trump drifted throughout his speech. In one 30-second riff, he went from pushing false claims about the 2020 election to complaining that President Biden is no longer in the race to talking about his hair.
He got 14 million votes and he won. 22 people running, 22 Democrats there running. Oh, I'm looking at my hair up there. Let's see. Oh, I don't like it. I don't like it. Excuse me, I'm going to recomb my hair. Do you mind? I'll leave the stage for 5 minutes. I'm going to recomb my hair, Mr. Future Senator. We have David down here. Mr. Future Senator, you got to get him in.
Despite pleas from his allies to focus on the issues, not personal attacks, Trump has only escalated his rhetoric. For the third time in just 1 week, repeating claims that his political opponents are the enemy from within. At one point even suggesting they could be, quote, easily handled by the military.
The outside people, the so-called enemies, if they're enemies, and they might not be enemies, if you have a smart president, they can be handled.
During an interview with Fox News, Trump was repeatedly presented with facts to challenge him on his false claims about January 6th.
There was nobody killed here. Nobody had guns here either.
There were people with guns.
Well, really? I'd like to know. You mean in the rally, or they had some guns at their home?
No,
someplace?
at the rally.
Oh, really? Well, I have not heard that at all. No, I don't think so.
Over a dozen members of the mob have faced gun charges as part of the attack. And at a campaign photo op at McDonald's, the former president fixated over whether Harris ever worked there, once again hedging on whether he would accept the results of the November election.
It's a fair election, always. I would always accept it if it's got to be a fair election.
Billionaire Elon Musk, who is backing Donald Trump, has been doing a series of campaign events for him in Pennsylvania, but this morning has pledged to give away $1 million a day to people who signed his Super PAC's petition, is raising new legal questions. We've talked to experts about this. They say giving people money to vote or to register to vote is a federal crime. We've also reached out to his political organization. We have not heard back, but at least one Democratic governor is saying this should be looked into.
Here we are in the final stretch. Okay, Rachel, thank you. We turn now to the deadly helicopter crash into a radio tower in Houston. Let's go to our station KTRK's Courtney Carpenter for the very latest. Good morning, Courtney.
Rebecca, this happened just before 8 o'clock last night when officials tell us that a helicopter crashed into a radio tower here in East Houston. Now, so far, we're told they believe there were 4 people on the helicopter, including a child, that they all died when this crash happened. Officials say the helicopter was coming from Ellington Field here in Houston, that it was a private helicopter. We're not sure yet where they were heading. In this area of town, there are a lot of homes and businesses. Thankfully, the helicopter didn't hit anything else on its way down, and no one on the ground was hurt in this. Now, our police chief is asking for folks to call in if they do see pieces of this helicopter. As we understand, the investigation area is pretty large. The FAA, NTSB, as well as our state and local officials will all be investigating this crash. Robin?
Courtney, thank you for your reporting. So incredibly tragic. Thank you. Now, the investigation in Georgia after a dock gangway collapsed, killing 7 people gathered for a celebration of a historic community. Faith Abube is on the scene for us there in Georgia. Good morning to you, Faith.
Yeah, good morning to you, Robin. We're learning that all the victims were senior citizens. They were between 73 and 93 years old. Witnesses tell me that the walkway, which looks like a longer, larger version of this one, collapsed so quickly beneath them, many of them had no time to react. This morning, dramatic new video showing the chaos as bystanders jumped into action after this gangway on Sapelo Island suddenly plunged down around 4 p.m. Saturday, dropping 20 people into the water, killing 7.
It's going to be 10-3 for this situation on Sapelo Island.
A preliminary investigation pointing to a catastrophic failure of the gangway, built only 3 years ago.
It is a structural failure. There should be very, very little maintenance to an aluminum gangway like that.
The incident happened as hundreds visited the small island community to celebrate the heritage of the Gullah Geechee, descendants of African slaves.
We got almost to the boat, and then I felt it start to slide. The whole ramp fell and collapsed.
Beverly and Irving Jones were among some of the last people to cross the walkway.
We were trying to throw out the life jackets, but the current was so hard it was just taking people away.
Among the deceased victims, Charles Houston, a beloved chaplain, and Queen Welch, pictured here with her cousin, moments before the accident. And the State Department of Natural Resources, which operates the docks and the ferry, says the gangway was last inspected in December of 2021. Rebecca.
We are just thinking about all of those people and their families in that community. Faith, thank you so much. We turn now to the possible leak of U.S. intelligence documents that appears to detail plans for an Israeli strike on Iran. Our foreign correspondent Tom Sufi-Burridge is in Israel with more. Good morning, Tom.
Good morning, Rebecca. Yeah, this looks like a major intelligence breach. The documents posted online appear to show classified U.S. intelligence gathering on Israel's preparations for a potential retaliatory strike against Iran, apparently detailing types and numbers of missiles that Israel may be readying. Markings on the documents indicate they likely originated from the U.S. government agency that analyzes intelligence gathered from satellite imagery. Now, ABC News cannot independently verify the documents' authenticity, but U.S. officials confirming a major investigation is now underway. It comes as the U.S. Confirms an advanced air defense system supplied by the U.S. and operated by U.S. troops here on Israeli soil is now up and running, amid lots of worrying signs this morning that the war in this region is escalating on multiple fronts. Guys?
It truly is, Tom. Thank you so much. We're going to shift gears now to the New York Liberty, one of the original WNBA franchises, winning their long-awaited first WNBA title, beating the Minnesota Lynx in overtime of Game 5. Rhiannon, Allie, you were there for it all as well. It was epic.
It was quite the game. Wow, I have no voice left but from screaming all night. It was an overtime thriller, and this winner-take-all Game 5, it kept fans of both teams on the edge of our seats until the last possible second. It was a heartbreaker for Minnesota fans, but it was New York's turn to finally win it all.
This morning, for the first time in franchise history, the New York Liberty are waking up WNBA champions. The W comes after a rocky start, trying to defend against the Minnesota Lynx's Napheesa Collier.
I mean, that is simply Napheesa Collier's shot.
At one point, the Liberty down by 12 points.
Jones puts it down, gets it back, and finishes, plus the foul.
But storm back with a chance to tie the game with just 38 seconds left in regulation. Breanna Stewart
misses both.
But Stewie got a chance for redemption, fouled once more.
This to tie Game 5. Tie game.
The Liberty came out firing in overtime, ending the game 67-62. Stewart celebrating the historic moment with her family.
We fought through because we wanted to bring it home for this city and this crowd.
The crowd in Brooklyn going wild.
2024 champions right here!
And outside fans celebrating their Lady Liberties. Jonquel Jones, who left home at the Bahamas at just 13 years old to pursue her basketball dreams, taking home the MVP award.
Y'all know my story. Y'all know many times I've been denied it, but it was delayed. That's all it was, and I'm so happy to do it here.
And she did it. She did. JJ made it a game we will never forget. I got to bring my 8-year-old daughter, so that definitely was a memory, core memory for the both of us. By the way, New York hasn't had a basketball champion since the Knicks won it in 1973, and I heard the New York Liberty will be here
They've already
later
left
this morning.
Brooklyn. They've already left Brooklyn. They're on the way here to Times Square.
Don't tell my daughter.
Thank you so much, Rhiannon. Appreciate it. Coming up, one-on-one with the mastermind behind the college admission scandal that sent Lori Loughlin and Felicity Huffman to prison.
And the very latest on the death of One Direction's Liam Payne and drugs found in his system.
Coming up, guys, my Apple exclusive, how these could help stop hearing loss.
What a duet between those two. Jennifer Hudson, though, she's a busy woman. Rock and Roll Hall of Fame performance with inductee Dionne Warwick. About time. This was on Saturday night. And then last night, J. Hud, she was courtside at the game, the WNBA Finals with Common. We're going to have more on both incredible events just ahead.
And those voices together, just amazing. Magic. More on that ahead. First, though, the top headlines that we're following right now, including the U.S. Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin arriving in Kyiv early this morning for his third visit to Ukraine since the war began. And this comes as new video circulating online appears to show North Korean soldiers in Russia's Far East. It's unclear when that video was shot. Also right now, the Machinists Union, representing over 30,000 striking Boeing workers, say a tentative deal has been reached to end the 5-week-long walkout. Members still have to ratify the deal before they return to work at the embattled aircraft manufacturer. The vote will be held on Wednesday.
And an inspiring debut in the rematch of the last Super Bowl. The 49ers hosting the defending champion Chiefs. Ricky Pearsall appearing in his first NFL game for San Francisco after he was shot in an apparent robbery attempt last August. Pearsall with his first catch and the standing ovation from the crowd. The Chiefs beat the Niners, and tonight Cardinals host the Chargers a week after Los Angeles head coach Jim Harbaugh had a briefly departure from the sidelines with an irregular heartbeat. He will wear a heart monitor tonight. tonight. And we've got a lot more ahead, including the dash cam video going viral, capturing an alleged insurance scam in action. That is coming up.
But right now, Rebecca, the mastermind behind the Varsity Blues college admission scandal, he's speaking after his release from prison about the scheme that landed him behind bars and what's next for him. He spoke with Kana Whitworth, who joins us now from Los Angeles. Good morning, Kana.
Yeah, Robin, good morning to you. So Rick Singer is now serving out the remainder of his 3.5-year sentence in a halfway house for his role in a scheme that garnered more than 50 convictions, including coaches and administrators from elite universities. And now he plans to re-enter the world of college admissions.
I take full responsibility for everything I did. I am wrong, 100% wrong.
Please step back.
Prosecutors say Rick Singer led a decades-long conspiracy to cheat the college admissions process to help some parents of wealthy children, like Full House actress Lori Loughlin.
Do you have any regrets?
And Felicity Huffman of Desperate Housewives, who did it without their children's knowledge. And he says he's still in high demand. Even on the days after the scandal broke, Singer says parents continued to text him.
And I got 93 texts. I just been on national TV. They got everybody in my face, right? Within an hour. 93 texts. Are you guys still coming this week?
Singer pled guilty in 2019 to multiple federal charges, including racketeering, conspiracy, and money laundering. As part of his scheme, Singer says he offered parents several doors to get their children into elite universities, including a so-called side door, is what Singer used to help the children of celebrity parents like Loughlin and Huffman receive guaranteed acceptance. By helping fake their athletic credentials, like Loughlin's daughter, Olivia Jade, seen here, posing in a staged rowing photo, or cheating on standardized tests. And is that where you thought, I can do this again and again and again and make money?
The money thing had nothing to do with it. Because the money thing, we didn't make money on it.
And while he says he didn't make money on testing, prosecutors say Singer transferred, spent, or otherwise used more than $15 million for his benefit throughout the scheme. And to cover it up, they say he used his nonprofit to disguise bribes as charitable donations.
I said, I never ever thought I bribed anybody. I never even ever used that word. It never even entered my mind. It was a donation.
But as part of his guilty plea, Singer admitted to facilitating bribing those coaches and university administrators to guarantee his clients' children would be admitted as recruited athletes.
But if they needed to raise $250,000 or $500,000 for the program, they would call me and say, hey, I have a spot. Do you have a family that would like to come here?
But says his scheme didn't take spots away from other legitimate athletes. Do you fully believe, though, that that spot wasn't important to somebody else that really wanted to wear that jersey?
Doesn't matter.
To play for their school?
Doesn't matter. That's up to the coach.
You say you've taken responsibility
Yes,
for
ma'am.
what has been done. You still view this as a victimless crime.
Yes, ma'am.
And you now believe that people will trust you.
Yes, ma'am.
To help you get their kids into college still.
It's already going on right now.
He is confident that he will be able to legally restart his business counseling students on colleges or perhaps help them enter the workforce. Guys.
Truly a revealing conversation. Kana Whitworth, thank you. We turn now to Sean Diddy Combs. The music mogul is facing a series of new civil lawsuits, including allegations he sexually assaulted 2 teenagers. Our senior investigative correspondent, Aaron Katursky, has the details. Aaron, good morning.
Good morning, Whit. This new batch of civil lawsuits accuses Sean Combs of drugging and sexually assaulting 7 more alleged victims. One of them says she was 13 at the time, and certain celebrities were there watching. This morning, a new civil lawsuit alleges Sean Diddy Combs sexually assaulted a then 13-year-old girl after the VMAs in the year 2000.
All right, we'll be back.
Combs attended the award show with his then girlfriend, Jennifer Lopez. The lawsuit says Diddy's driver invited the alleged victim to an after-party, telling her Combs liked younger girls and saying she fit what Diddy was looking for. At the party, the lawsuit says the teen accepted a drink and went to lie down, feeling woozy and lightheaded. Combs allegedly grabbed the teen, saying, "You are ready to party." The lawsuit says the teen was sexually assaulted by a male identified as Celebrity A, while Combs and a female identified as Celebrity B watched. Combs then allegedly assaulted her, while celebrities A and B watched. The new civil lawsuits accuse Combs of sexual assaults over more than 2 decades, from 2000 to 2022. Alleged victims include a then 17-year-old male who says Combs molested him at a party in New York, and a man who says Combs assaulted him at a party in Los Angeles. The man says he took this photo of the vodka Combs served him to document the alleged encounter. Combs' legal team did not directly respond to the new allegations, but pointed ABC News to a prior statement that says the truth will prevail, that Mr. Combs has never sexually assaulted anyone, adult or minor, man or woman. And overnight, attorneys for Combs also asked the judge overseeing his criminal prosecution to silence the plaintiffs in these civil lawsuits, who they said have made shockingly prejudicial and false allegations of sexual assault and abuse of minors. Guys,
just extremely troubling claims there. Okay, Aaron, thank you.
That ABC News exclusive, Rebecca, you got a first look at something that could really improve more than 1 billion lives.
Yeah, Robin, this could truly be a game changer. 1.5 billion people around the world experience hearing loss, and many don't do anything about it because of the stigma. Well, starting in about a week, Apple has a new software update that will turn the AirPod Pro 2 into an FDA-cleared hearing aid. And we had the chance to go behind the scenes inside their secret audio labs, where they fine-tune the technology to make this happen.
In the middle of a nondescript office park in Cupertino, California, is one of Apple's best-kept secrets.
Just behind these doors are Apple's secret audio labs, and no one's been inside to see them until now. Let's go.
Our first stop,
welcome to Fantasia Lab,
a one-of-its-kind audio lab where Apple engineers have spent years experimenting and fine-tuning technology that can turn a set of AirPods Pro 2 into a hearing aid.
The minute I heard about this, I immediately thought of a handful of people in my life who can really be helped. Yep. Was it personal for you?
Yeah, absolutely. Hearing loss is such a widespread issue, and the sad reality is that the vast majority of people who have hearing loss don't do anything about it. And so here's an opportunity for us to actually make a super simple, easy solution that, yeah, it's deeply personal for probably most of the people working on this product.
In Fantasia Lab, these loudspeakers recreate the sounds of hundreds of scenarios to run different tests that help validate the hearing aid and hearing protection features.
Everybody's hearing profile is slightly different. So essentially, we've run hundreds of people through here, running dozens of tests.
Now, including me. I experienced a noisy restaurant.
So it really feels like I'm sitting inside of a restaurant where there's a lot of noise going on. I can sort of feel the vibe of one conversation over here, plates clacking and hitting each other.
So we create this complex sound field, and then we add target talkers, and we ask you to repeat, and that way we can understand your ability to hear speech and noise.
Next, we move to a quieter spot.
Wow.
In fact, one of the most quiet places on Earth.
This chamber has its own foundation.
Apple's long wave chamber. Inside, walls made of acoustic foam wedges, a floor of mesh stainless steel cable, one of the only like it in the world, so engineers can make extremely precise sound measurements.
This room can be completely silent.
Absolutely. Once I close this door, some folks even hear their heartbeat.
Hundreds of people, thousands of tests, culminating in the new software update, which, along with hearing protection, features a hearing test, whose results can be used to automatically turn your AirPods Pro 2 into an FDA-cleared hearing aid.
How big of a breakthrough do you think this is?
This is a significant breakthrough. It is democratizing access to a test that normally requires you to go into a clinical office. 75% of people who have hearing loss do not get the help they need. And so if just by the simple fact we can do two things, provide access at home, and then two, simply if you need a hearing aid, provide our AirPods, that's really powerful.
I was blown away by how powerful this could be. That hearing aid feature and the hearing test will be available in about a week on existing AirPods Pro 2s. If you don't have them, they cost about $249. Meantime, hearing aids, they can range from $99 for over-the-counter varieties to more than $1,000 to get your prescription filled. And I just think about this in terms of the stigma. I know I have people in my life who haven't taken a hearing test, or they're just scared of hearing aids. Now it's these. It's the AirPod Pro, and so many young people are wearing them as well. You can see the impact these will make.
As you said, game changer.
Very much so.
So many ways.
Yeah. All right. Thank you,
Thanks,
Rebecca,
Robin.
for that. Now for the play of the day, the Los Angeles Dodgers are headed to the World Series. They beat the Mets in Game 6, sending Shohei Ohtani to his first fall classic. But now they're going to face off against Will Reeves' New York Yankees.
They can be everyone's New York Yankees, Robin. Good morning. This is going to be such a great World Series. This is best on best. The two top teams in Major League Baseball with the two biggest stars from the two biggest markets. The lights will be shining bright on Aaron Judge and Shohei Ohtani, each making their World Series debut as the New York Yankees face the LA Dodgers in the World Series for the first time since 1981. Now, let's take a quick look at how these teams got here. Game 5 of the American League Championship Series, that's Juan Soto going deep in extra innings, 3-run home run. And then last night in LA, the Mets Magic running out shortstop Tommy Edman and catcher Will Smith, each hitting home runs in the third inning. That opened up the score. There was no looking back. So the stage is set. The best teams with the best players now. 5 former MVPs playing in this series. Mookie Betts, Freddie Freeman, Shohei Ohtani for LA, Judge and Giancarlo Stanton for New York. It all starts Friday.
The World Series begins on Friday. Cannot wait. Thank you, Will. Coming up, the very funny Jenny Slate is going to be here live. Over there. Good morning, America. It's 8 a.m. The final sprint for the White House is on. Vice President Harris arguing voters are facing a choice between chaos and compassion as former President Trump ramps up his attacks against Harris with just 15 days until the final vote.
Inside the White House like you've never seen it before.
I thought to myself, we need something that's more vibrant and comes alive.
First Lady Dr. Jill Biden takes us on the new tour, plus what she's saying about the election, her new journey with President Biden after leaving the White House, and her legacy.
We believe in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Cher bringing down the house over the weekend. Plus, Zendaya's tribute to the legend, and the A-listers celebrating music's highest honor.
They believed, and now they're champions.
The New York Liberty are WNBA champions!
The Liberty won it all for the first time ever in an epic overtime Game 5 with the Minnesota Lynx. And the entire championship-winning team are all celebrating with us live in Times Square as we say good morning to the New York Liberty and good morning, America.
Live in Times Square, this is GMA.
It is a good morning here in Times Square.
Yes, it is. I don't think anybody slept last night. We're surrounded by Liberty fans, WNBA champions. Look at that. They are here, the fans celebrating the first title in franchise history. Definitely looking forward to that.
And this is what I love with the little girls around the world, like the ones here with us this morning.
Amazing.
There's one very close to home in my life, my Isabel, so fired up. She had to climb to the top of the haystack, by the way, to show her Liberty support.
Yes.
But there are supporters, young and old, all around here at GMA, our little staffers. They're in line to be the next GMA staffers, but they're the children of GMA staffers, and they are showing their support as well, watching the game.
And the team is here live in the studio.
We love
That is coming up. That is coming up. Yes, this is when the arrival happened just a short time ago. I doubt they have been to bed, but they made it here.
A little bit like you, Rob.
Yeah, very much like me. We're going to take a look at the top stories right now, breaking at 8, starting with the race for the White House. Just 15 days until the final votes. Vice President Kamala Harris getting ready to hit 3 battleground states today, and she's hitting back hard at former President Trump as he steps up attacks on her. Let's go back to our chief White House correspondent, Mary Bruce, there in Philadelphia for us. Good morning, Mary.
Good morning again, Robin. Yeah, just over 2 weeks left to go now, and the Harris campaign is dialing everything up, doing more events, hitting more battlegrounds, and punching back even more against her opponent. Harris is now upping her warnings about a second Trump term, arguing he's a danger to democracy, saying he's unstable and unhinged. Now, despite pleas from his allies to focus on the issues, Trump is only escalating his rhetoric, again claiming his political opponents are the, quote, enemy from within, and suggesting they could be handled by the military. His rally over the weekend in Pennsylvania was supposed to be the start of his closing message, but instead his remarks became vulgar and lewd, Trump using profanity to attack Harris. Harris responding, saying the American people deserve better. Now, Trump today will be out campaigning in the key state of North Carolina. Harris, meanwhile, is hitting all three of those critical blue wall states, starting here in Pennsylvania, then hitting Michigan and Wisconsin.
All right, Mary Bruce, thank you so much. We turn now to what appears to be an attempted insurance scam caught on camera, a car backing into another car on a busy highway, but the plot was foiled by the victim's dash cam. Transportation correspondent Gio Benitez is here with the story. Gio, good morning.
Hey, Whit, good morning. Yeah, this is the kind of story where I'm going to ask you to just stop what you're doing for a couple of minutes and just watch this video, because it was posted on the driver's TikTok just 3 days ago, and as of this morning, it already has more than 61 million views. The driver knew something was off about this, and that dash cam was rolling.
Oh my God!
This terrifying moment caught on camera.
Oh my God, what did I see?
Babe, what happened?
Suspected insurance fraudsters intentionally backing into Ashpia Natasha's car on a busy New York City highway.
This guy just reversed into me. What the hell is going on?
My first instinct was that I got caught in a road rage. It was very chaotic.
Watch as the silver Honda Accord cuts off Ashpia, causing her to slam on the brakes. But when she doesn't hit them, the driver putting the car into reverse and punching the gas, crashing into her.
I just proceeded to treat it like an accident. I asked them if they were okay. We were able to exchange information. The guy in the video, he told me that the female was the driver and she doesn't speak any English.
But then take a look at this. The backseat passengers trying to put a covering on the back window as the driver climbs over into the front passenger seat before getting out of the car, pretending to be injured. They pull out their phones to record the damage.
I'm shaking. My God. They were rushing to leave. They were like, well, we have to go pick up our baby. And so basically when I turned around to go check on the car, they just got in their car and left.
After watching the footage, they believe they were being scammed.
Taking the videos to the police, they pretty definitively say that they've seen similar scams like this.
According to the National Insurance Crime Bureau, fraudulent automobile accidents occur more frequently in urban areas where there is a greater volume of vehicles, and criminals prey upon women driving alone. Just incredible. And if you think you've been a victim of insurance fraud, make sure you report it. Many states have insurance fraud hotlines that you could call. And the scam could involve more than just the people in the other car. It could include doctors and lawyers who participate in the scheme. So just like Ashpia did, when you see something strange, trust your gut here.
And to see it on video really puts it into perspective.
It really
how
does.
This works.
61 million views.
Yeah.
Wow, always listen to that voice inside. Okay, Gio, thank you so much. We're going to turn now to the latest on the death of former One Direction star Liam Payne. Ariel Reshef is here with an update on the investigation. Good morning, Ariel.
Hey, good morning to you, Rebecca. As Liam Payne's fans, former bandmates, and of course his family grieve his loss, this morning we are getting a glimpse at what authorities in Argentina believe contributed to his death. Sources tell ABC News multiple substances were found in Payne's system, including pink cocaine, a popular but potentially dangerous party drug, cocaine, benzodiazepine, and crack. An improvised aluminum pipe to ingest was also found in his hotel room. His body will remain in Argentina until the autopsy is complete. The night of Payne's death, hotel officials called authorities to report that he was behaving erratically. He tragically plunged to his death from a balcony. Payne had been open about his struggle with substances in the past. This morning, his legions of fans are remembering him as a vibrant entertainer. He leaves behind so many loved ones, including a young son. Robin.
Ariel, thank you so much. Coming up on our GMA Morning Menu, inside the White House like you've never seen it, First Lady Dr. Jill Biden takes us on the new tour, takes Deborah Roberts on that tour.
We are looking forward to that. We're also looking forward to this. They are just arriving. This was moments ago in Times Square. The WNBA champion, New York Liberty, are here, and they are talking about their epic epic overtime win that kept Robin up very late last night.
It was an epic entrance into the studio, too. We'll have more on that. Plus, the very funny Jenny Slate is here, and Lara is with Tori Johnson and a special guest. Hey, Lara.
Hi, I'm so excited that Jenny's here. I'm also excited to see our friend Kristen Cavallari. She's helping us with Deals and Steals. She's brought some very big bargains for you from her Uncommon James brand. And then, of course, Tori delivering on all levels. You'll see it coming up on Good Morning America.
Back now with our GMA cover story. The White House opening its doors to the public like never before. A new tour is providing an interactive educational experience. And 2020 co-anchor Deborah Roberts got a sneak peek from the First Lady herself. Good morning to you, Deborah.
Good morning, Robin. After 4 decades of teaching, this could well be Dr. Jill Biden's legacy, educating us about the White House, which many of us know very little about its history, like it didn't have running water or electricity at one point, or that it was called the President's Palace at one time. They're historical details that, as of today, will be the focus of a modern new tour of the White House with the help of the History Channel and the National Park Service. What does it feel like to finally see it unveiled?
Oh my gosh, it's so exciting to me.
Each week, more than 10,000 tourists stroll the gleaming historic halls of the White House. But for the first time in decades, the tour is getting a revamp, championed by First Lady Dr. Jill Biden.
I walk these halls every day, and I thought to myself, you know, we need something that's more vibrant and comes alive.
And as an educator, is the interactive part important to you?
Absolutely. So, you know, I've been a teacher for 40 years, and you're interested in education. So you know that people learn 3 different ways. You know, they're visual learners, auditory learners, or tactile learners. So we've tried to address that in all throughout the tour.
The President and I welcome you to experience your house.
Now visitors get a personal digital greeting from the First Lady and displays that are loaded with history of the People's House.
This is a 3D rendering, and this changes every couple of seconds so that you can see all the renovations and it lights up. So for instance, you may not have known that the White House didn't always have water.
I did not know that.
Yeah, or electricity. So this tells you each thing, when it was added, who added it, the timeline, and it makes it much more interesting.
The tour now inviting you to touch, even step into many of the ornate rooms.
So normally this is how people see the tour, where they get up to the rope and they kind of look and peer inside. But now they're going to be able to come in and walk into the room.
Experience the China room.
So they can see all the different collections, and then they can come over here and they can learn about all the collections that are in here. So this is the room I added to the tour. It's the diplomatic room.
For the first time, the diplomatic reception room, the backdrop of FDR's famous fireside chats, is open for viewing.
So you can hear his voice, you can hear one of the chats, you can see where they sat.
To have had this perch, and now in just another few months, this will end. How tough is it going to be to walk away from all of this?
Well, you know, I've had such a great 4 years, and Joe and I mean, really, it has been the honor of our lives. And so it'll be tough to maybe step away from it, but we're starting a new chapter of our lives, a new journey.
The notion that maybe he might have gone for re-election, do you regret it, that you won't have yet another chance to be here for another 4 years?
We've been in politics over 50 years. I think we're ready for the new journey.
Was it the right call?
It was the right call, yes.
What legacy do you want to leave here as First Lady?
Well, I think what we just talked about, Deborah, you know, education has been my life's work. It's important to me that people learn about the White House, about the presidency, learn about our government and our democracy and how blessed we are to live in America.
Jill Biden seems to be picking up where Jackie Kennedy left off back in the 60s, bringing this modern touch to the White House. In this case, with all those digital displays that you saw. She even moved portraits of recent first ladies to more prominent places in the East Wing so that people can see them. She wants visitors to get a feel for this White House by touching the replicas, as she mentioned, with John Adams actually writing a note to his wife, Abigail. The idea is for visitors to feel comfortable in the people's house. They don't want you, Robin, sitting on the sofas and the chairs and all of that, but to come in and see and touch and feel.
Why you gotta call me out like that?
Sort of comfortable.
Appreciate you as always. How about some pop news, Larry?
Yes, will do. Good morning to you and to you. We begin with baby news for Jennifer Lawrence. The Oscar winner and her husband, Cook Maroney, are expecting their second child. The happy couple sharing the news through Vogue magazine. Lawrence and Maroney tied the knot in 2019. They have a 2-year-old son named Cy, and we just wanted to wish them all a big congratulations.
Yes.
Really happy for them. All right, now movie news. Hard to imagine anyone else but Russell Crowe in the role, but Gladiator 2 is apparently connecting in a major way with those who have seen it. 24 years after the original, Gladiator won the Academy Award for Best Picture. That was back in 2000. The sequel is getting Oscar buzz for director Ridley Scott, for stars Denzel Washington, and for Paul Mescal. Some critics are even saying that this film could finally get Scott his first Best Director win after being nominated for the Academy Award 3 previous times, but never actually getting it. Gladiator 2 takes place 16 years after the first Gladiators events, and it follows Paul's character Lucius. He plays the son of Crowe's Maximus. Denzel is the villain in this one, Macrinus. He's a former slave plotting to take over Rome. The reviews are calling the film a perfect continuation of the original and an epic story in its own right, with stellar performances across the board. Guys, Gladiator 2 opens in theaters on November 22nd. Really looking forward to it. Yeah, really good. Also this morning, the 2024 Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction ceremony did not disappoint this weekend. Julie Roberts was there helping to induct the Dave Matthews Band. Kenny Chesney paid homage to the late, great Jimmy Buffett. But it was Dua Lipa who set the tone for a joyful event, kicking off the show with a superstar performance covering Cher's Believe with Cher herself. Zendaya presented Cher with her induction, and she walked the red carpet wearing Cher's go-to designer. Check that out. She's wearing vintage 2001 Bob Mackie.
Oh, yeah.
And Cher herself was humbled by this great honor.
I have just been really lucky, and I have had #1 for 7 decades, which surprises me. Because I'm a good singer, you know? I'm a good singer. I'm not a great singer. Right. But you know what? I'll take good.
You know what? Just ask Robin. You are a great singer.
Yes.
You know the one with the time. We're not going to do it. I know everyone's a little tired today. You can watch. Thank you. Robin Roberts, everybody. Bringing it home. True team player. You guys can watch all of the music and the tributes in a primetime special. It airs on January 1st, New Year's Day, 8 p.m. Eastern, right here on ABC.
Many of the inductees, you're like, why were they not already in the hall?
Hard to believe.
What a list.
And so glad they were. And just Zendaya.
Stunner. We turn now to deals and steals, and this morning we're treating ourselves. Treat yourself. Tori Johnson is here with a very special guest, Kristen Cavallari. It is so great to see you here.
Thanks for having me.
And you brought some of your beautiful jewelry with us.
I did, yeah. So this is Uncommon James, and I want everything to be really effortless. I want you guys to take this jewelry, just throw it on with what you already have in your own collection, or mix and match within the collections that we have. So some of these are top sellers and my personal favorites. These are our Girl Boss earrings.
Like the earrings you're wearing.
I'm wearing them. You're wearing them. Yep. Yeah. So these have been one of our top sellers since they came out years ago. They come in all these different sizes, so there really is something for everybody.
I like a little sparkle.
That's so pretty.
Good. We're both getting lots of compliments. And you really hooked us up because the prices are already accessible, but when you add 50% off and they start at $21 and you throw in free shipping, this is a must today.
Thank you, Kristen.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Okay, we're moving over to Pura.
this is the easiest, smartest way to control your home fragrance. It's a little smart diffuser here, and it plugs in, controls entirely from your phone. We've got all of their popular clean premium fragrances, and then we also have their car version. So if you like to control the scent in your car, this little device is for you. The devices, premium scents, all at least 50% off today, starting at $25 per set.
We love that.
Yes, all right. We know with travel, the bag can make or break the trip. We've got the best sellers from Half Day Travel, two of their big favorites. The one that's hanging right in front there is their 2-in-1 garment and duffel bag. So you can put a full suit, dresses, and then it just folds up to carry like so easily as a carry-on.
That's nice.
And then we have their double compartment bag, which I personally love because it's got a completely separate zippered compartment on the bottom for
Socks,
shoes,
underwear,
dirty
shoes.
laundry, anything you want to
Dirty
separate
laundry, also a good one when I
from your
travel.
clothes. All slash and half today from Half Day Travel, starting at $14 for their little 10 cases.
Oh my gosh.
All right, you and I were oohing and eyeing.
I know, I love
this.
this.
This green pan is very much like art for your kitchen in these phenomenal colors. This is also Green Pan's most advanced line of cookware that we have today. So we've got a variety of sets, but every single piece has the same benefits of their Stay Cool stainless steel handles, non-stick surface. This is their most advanced ceramic non-stick surface, scratch resistant, so even if you use metal utensils, you're good on this. All of the sets from Green Pan today slashed in half.
We love that. Kristen is just getting her first taste of this Deals and Steals joy of everything.
She knows.
I've been here before.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We love it. And she loves being in the kitchen. So yeah, step around here. This is Made in Cookware, making their Deals debut. We've got 21 different knives. All of them are crafted in the knife capital of the world in France. And what's fabulous about these is it's crafted from a single piece, a single stainless steel rod. So from tip to handle, what you get is an extremely sharp, perfectly balanced knife. We also have their sets of 4 wine glasses, 2 different options to choose from. These are blown in Germany, and so it's kind of old world style with modern design, dishwasher safe too. Cannot beat these options. These is professional knives for the home cook, all slash and half, starting today at $34.50.
Excellent.
Okay, then we're coming over here to Corksicle, one of our favorites in drinkware.
They're cute.
That's the mug, the commuter mug. We also have right here the commuter tumbler. And what's cool about this is no matter where you want to sip from, you can just push down on this lid and you've got 360-degree sipping. We love their innovative pieces. Big assortment that we have from Corksicle, all slash and half, starts at $17.50.
Wow, amazing.
And then we're making you make your way down here. We've got Vionic, because when you're on the go, Vionic is a favorite of GMA shoppers. These are their leather lace-up sneakers, a brand new introduction. And these have got a podiatrist-developed footbed for support, comfort, stability, and they're also designed so that they're wearable right out of the box. So we've got 5 different colors. You know, no need to break these in, and they're not going to break the bank because they're 52% off today. We love it.
We love it.
And then something else we love is being smart, sustainable, and stylish, and that's what you get from Santa Barbara Designs. You ditch the plastic in favor of the reusable. We've got their canvas totes, their jute totes, all have genuine leather handles. Huge assortment on these. They've got all of these phenomenal phrases. You're gonna look fabulous. These start the pouches at $5.
Wow.
Thank you, Tori. Thank you, Kristen.
She's got that.
More deals are
I'm not leaving.
She's not leaving. And the WNBA champions, the New York Liberty, are live in Times Square.
Off to Stewart. 28 years in the making. The New York Liberty are WNBA champions.
That is the moment. The New York Liberty becoming WNBA champs for the first time, beating the Minnesota Lynx 67-62 in overtime of Game 5. We're going to talk to the new champions in just a few moments live here in our studio. But first, more deals with Rebecca, Tori, and Kristen.
We cannot wait for that, Robin. But we're going to get to this. Tori and Kristen are back with products to treat yourself. And we start with more from you.
Okay,
Amazing.
so we're back. So this is Uncommon Beauty. This is our clean skincare line. And I think everyone right now is very aware of all of the chemicals that are in skincare. So there are 27 2,700 chemicals that we do not use. And so I want to call out a couple for you guys. This is our enhanced pineapple peptide nectar. This is essentially 2-in-1. So it's peptides and vitamin C. It's hydrating, it's brightening, it's anti-aging, it's everything you want in a serum. And then I also want to show you guys our bronzing drops. So these, I'm going to show you on my hand.
Yes.
These can be used on their own. You can mix them with a moisturizer, but they just give you this beautiful glow in the middle of the winter if you just want to have that nice dewy glow. Look at the difference in my hand.
So nice.
So if you want to look like this,
this is all you need.
Just apply all of this.
Yes.
You know what? I also give a shout out to the glycolic peel. These are so good. These little pads. It's done for you. You just take one out.
Great
do
for
your
cell
little
turnover.
swiping.
Keep you looking fresh and young.
You're good to go. Everything here starts at $7.50, and again, free shipping.
We love that. And I also love,
That's
Kristen, you were saying you developed these in part thinking about your own daughter and what she puts on herself.
I want to have peace of mind knowing that these products are safe for even my 8-year-old daughter. Yes.
Wonderful.
And something that matters to everyone, every age, cares about what we put on our
Exactly.
skin.
Yes.
Okay, now we're moving to our hair. FHI, we've got a big variety of options from them. They're best known for their this unbrush, which will remove even the gnarliest tangles.
I need that for my daughter.
Me too. Effortlessly and painlessly. Exactly. So there's no more struggle. And then we've got a variety of their hair dryers. And what I love about these is you see that they're small, compact, but you do not want to let the size fool you because they are lightweight yet powerful. So you can dry effortlessly and avoid that excess heat damage on your hair. Everything here slashed up to 70% today starts at $9.
Love it.
Great for traveling.
So
too.
good. Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
When you don't have a lot of space.
Yes.
Okay, if you are new
They're
to
cute.
these are so cute. If you're new to an electric toothbrush or you just want an upgrade feel, it's
It's a good
powerful.
vibrator.
It is powerful. Your dentist is going to be impressed with the results on
I can't
these.
turn mine off.
It's got a couple speeds there. There you go. What I love about this is 30 to 180 days in battery life, depending on the model that you choose. So it's hassle-free. It is easy to use. Again, dentist is going to be impressed with your results. All slash and half from Oak King today, starting at just $14.
Wow. Excellent.
And then finally, we've got Cozy Earth here. We've got a whole new assortment of the softest. Feel this dress. Feel how super soft that is.
These are nice.
These are the pieces that you want to live in. We've got options for men and women. We've got crews, joggers, dresses, huge variety, and every single thing from Cozy Earth today is 50% off. Plus, like you, they're giving us free shipping
We
too.
love it.
So between Uncommon James, Uncommon Beauty, and Cozy Earth, you got your free shipping.
You are covered. Thank you, Tori. Thank you, Kristen Cavallari. It's so great to have both of you with us, and we have partnered with these companies on these great deals. You can get them at our website, where you'll also find bonus deals. Use that QR code on the screen that takes you there. Robin?
Oh, I am here. After a phenomenal season for women's pro hoops, we're thrilled to welcome the newly crowned New York Liberty. Woo! All right. And the crowd goes wild. My goodness. Hey, Sabrina, thank you for making it here. I mean, I know you're a little bit late, but you got here.
I got here.
Hey, it's not how you, not how you start, it's how you finish.
That's right.
Okay, my heart is still pounding from watching the game. What does it feel like? I mean, just to know that the city was there and just enthralled with you, JJ.
Yeah, it feels amazing. You know, just walking around the city, walking around Brooklyn, everybody was talking about the games and wanted to bring a championship to New York. So to be able to play in the gym and see everybody there and feel the energy of the stadium and our fans, and then to be able to win, it was an amazing experience.
I'm sorry, I didn't introduce you correctly. Finals MVP. No, excuse me. Where are my manners? Excuse me. And you proved that delays are not denials, and many know your story that you left your family in the Bahamas to come here as a teen to be able to play at the elite level. So just talk about the sacrifice that you made, and how you talked about you were not denied.
Yeah, like you said, I left my family at a young age, and I wanted to come over and play basketball and also get an education. And you know, a lot of people sacrificed for me to be able to do that. But yeah, I went to college and got drafted into WNBA. I get to play with these amazing ladies. And you know, this is my 4th WNBA finals, and finally I get to win it and be able to do it with these guys and do it for the city.
Yeah, do it for the city. What are you doing over there, Sabrina, looking back? And
I'm just laughing.
You're just happy. I mean, you were the #1 overall pick in the WNBA draft in 2020. Okay? This is what you wanted. This is why you were here.
Absolutely. I mean, to just be able to see how far we've come in a short amount of time and be able to do this, obviously for each other, but this organization that's believed in us since the beginning, you can't really put it into words. It feels amazing.
Mm-hmm. How did you make that shot in that game? It was almost at the logo that you drained it to keep the series going.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm really glad it went in because all I've been saying is I want to make sure that shot counts. And winning has just made that shot count.
Yeah, it surely has. Okay, Stewie, I'm going to get to you. You're New York's own Stewie. I know how much this means to you and how much it means to your family and all. And also, we know the missed free throw in the game one.
We can talk about it now.
Oh, no, I know we talk about it now. And then missing two. But then when it really counted, talk about redemption and talk about stepping back up on the line there with the game at hand.
I just know that my team had my back. And whether it was in game one or missing two earlier, this was a moment, an opportunity that I couldn't let pass by and really wanted to help us bring this championship home. And when your teammates trust and believe in you, it just makes you have even more confidence.
Yeah, and there is no I in team. And I'm telling you, the entire team, can we do the cheer? Sabali! 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 Coming off the bench, 13 points, 7 boards, that steal. What is it like to be on the bench, waiting for your time to come in, and to have that drive and that spirit as you did?
I always say my teammates make it really easy. It's just like staying ready mentally and physically to be able to go out there and really do what needs to be done, honestly, whether it's the little things, running the floor, rebounding, setting screens for Sal. My favorite.
Exactly. And it was a sweet moment that you had with your sister, of course, who also is a pro player. That was a nice moment.
Yeah, no, definitely. She's been with us basically the whole postseason, and she's been celebrating me so well. So it means a lot to have her here with us. I
bet it does. And what does it mean, Sabrina, when you see these young faces here, and I'm courtside, I'm sitting next to the owner, Claire Wu. I mean, she's crying. Her husband, Joe, the 3 kids, Spike is going crazy. He's got your jersey on. What is it like for you to see these young faces and the impact that you all have had this season?
Yeah, I think that's why we do what we do, to be able to give back to the next generation, and knowing we're able to do it here in New York. I feel like everyone was crying. Like the stands where everyone stayed to watch us celebrated with us. There's so many, young kids that were in the fans watching and now hoping and dreaming of one day winning a championship as well, because they're able to witness us do it. And I think that's really the most important part of why it is we do what we do.
Yeah, and not just young fans. Where's Aaron Katursky? You have turned him, there he is back there. You have turned him into one of the biggest Liberty fans. He's on our staff.
It was amazing to watch. Hey. You guys were so much fun to watch. I was texting Robin the whole game, trying to write my script for this morning, and I couldn't. I was distracted. Thanks for so much fun. It was so fun to watch you guys. Congratulations.
Thank you.
We'll see you at a parade.
All right, yeah, I know we got the parade that's coming up as well. But congratulations. Let me look at each and every one of your eyes, because you all did it. You all did it. You got game, girl.
Our next guest is an actress. She's a comedian. She's an author, Jenny Slate. She has a new book coming out tomorrow. It's called Life Form. We're so happy to have you here on GMA.
Thanks for
having me.
having
Can't believe I've never
me.
met you. Feel like I know you.
Oh, I think
very
that's
funny.
I'm glad. I'm glad you feel like you know me. That's like a good sign.
It is, and that's, you do get that vibe. Everybody who has looked at this book behind the scenes, you exude this warmth. So share with us how you came up with the idea for Life Form.
Well, initially I was just sort of writing a bunch of pieces, like 80 pieces at once, and like writing a little there and then going over here, and how should I organize this? And eventually I realized, like, oh, this is really chronological, and the title refers to not just growing a life form in my body, because I was pregnant for part of it, but like the form of my life, and that I myself, depending on where you are in the universe, am an alien life form. And Yeah.
We all kind of are a little
We certainly
bit.
are. Yeah.
You're doing a book tour, but as only Jenny can, you have a twist.
Yes, that's true. I like to describe my live shows as somewhere between like a beautiful alien spacecraft landing down, the intensity of that, and then also like a sound bath.
Yeah.
And what that means is I read pieces from the book while a harpist plays as I read, and
This is your book tour, so there's a harpist coming along to every stop.
There's a harpist in every city, yeah. I don't travel with a harpist. That's too fancy.
That would be fantastic if you did.
What a rumor, though.
Yeah.
Do you know Jenny Slate travels with a harpist? I don't. I meet them in the cities.
So the harp, though, is there a significance, or you just like the sound?
It's beautiful.
Yep.
Yeah, it's just really beautiful. It reminds me of like moonbeams and celestial vibes.
Yeah.
And it's also a good way to be like, hey, this is a funny show, but it's different than stand-up.
Than what you
so
do.
if you cry, it's okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Totally get that. Your daughter has apparently no clue what you do, which is correct. At 4 years old, probably shouldn't.
Yeah.
But she does apparently think that you have a very cool workmate.
That's true. So I was on Sesame Street and I asked Elmo and Grover and Abby to make a video, and it was like, hi Ida, I'm at work, this is Elmo. And Elmo was like, hi Ida, and so she told people that my mom works with Elmo.
Well, that would officially make you the coolest mother on the planet.
Yeah.
I love that. In other news, you have a show that just sounds incredible with Michelle Williams, the one and only Michelle Williams. And it's tough. It's not the Jenny that I think of as the comedian. It's a heavy topic.
Yeah, the show, which will be on FX and Hulu, is called Dying for Sex, and it's a true
Dying for Sex.
Dying for Sex. That's right. I said it on morning TV.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, it follows two best friends, real people, one of whom had a terminal cancer diagnosis, but also wanted to really sort of like self-actualize and find out about herself sexually and emotionally, and it's about their journey together. And I was lucky enough to score that role as the best friend,
right?
Yeah.
The reviews are amazing. I've read a lot about it. Looking forward to that. When is that out?
I'm not sure when it's out. But
we'll
because
watch for it.
I'm like, I should know that, but so sorry. I don't know, but all I know is that I really love it. And
well, it's Hulu, so we'll share it with you all. And meantime, enjoy The Harpist. Everybody enjoy The Harpist on the book tour. Jenny Slate's new book, everybody, is called Lifeform. It's out tomorrow. Congratulations.
Tomorrow. Thank you for having me.
Coming up, Grammy winner Alessia Cara will perform for us live. We cannot wait.
We are back now with multi-platinum selling Grammy-winning pop star Alessia Cara. She has billions of streams to her name, and she is here to perform her brand new single for us. But first, let's chat. Alessia, good morning. It's so great to have you on GMA.
Thank you so much for having us. I appreciate it.
You have a big announcement today, right, about your fourth studio album. What can you tell us this morning?
Well, my fourth studio album, Love and Hyperbole, will be out on Valentine's Day, February 14th. I'm so excited.
Perfect. The title officially out there today.
Yes.
So we love it. All right. So let's get to the music here, because off the upcoming album, Love and Hyperbole, here is Alessia Cara performing her brand new single, Isn't It Obvious?
Thank you.
And on your mind, you see the cracks in the eyes without my hand to hold. I'm the first to know. You're gripping on the waist of other times, try to make it suffice, to make it tangible. It's impossible. Fears are only consolations, only glowing if we make them, which is fine. If it's any consolation, you're my favorite. It's you and I. You gotta know that, right? Isn't it obvious? You know that we got enough. Isn't it obvious that I'm sure? Yeah, yeah. Isn't it obvious? You know that we got enough. Isn't it obvious? it okay? 'Cause if I'm loving you, I can never lose. These are only false creation, just as vibrant as we paint them, which is fine. If it's any consolation, you're my favorite. It's you and I. You gotta know that, right? Isn't it obvious? You know that we got enough. Isn't it obvious that I'm sure? Yeah, isn't it obvious? You know that we got enough. Isn't it obvious? Isn't it obvious?
Alessia, thank you for that great performance. Whoa,
Thank
wonderful.
you. And before we go, guys, we just want to say congratulations to ABC Medical Unit Coordinating Producer Sony Saltzman.
Yes.
She just tied the knot with her longtime partner, Cormac Brown. Congrats, guys.
Gorgeous.
Beautiful.
Bye, everybody.